Hey, it's your Scale Up Biz Coach, Lori McNaughton. I'm going to share with you the 10 steps to scale your business up without burning out. Now, ignore these at your own peril, because here's the thing. I've been doing this now for 21 years, and I've spoke to thousands of business owners and worked with hundreds of them and used this exact same process to help them scale up their businesses so they're more profitable, more fun, and allow them more free time. Ignore them, and here's what might happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, it's what might happen. Statistically, 96% of businesses fail within 5 years. And I've talked to thousands of business owners, as I said, over the past 21 years, and many of them just closed up, folded up their tent, and went and got a job. So it wasn't that they weren't making money. They weren't as profitable as they wanted to be or should have been, but the primary reason was they were working 24/7, 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, or, 10, 14 hours, doesn't really matter. When you're young, you're full of it. You can, go like mad for long periods of time and think you're making progress, but you're not making progress. So let's get into the 10 steps here. The first thing is you need to qualify your vision, your mission, and your core values. So quickly, your vision is where you want to go. Your mission is how you're going to get there. Your core values are the values that you and your team will espouse throughout the growth of the company. This is the foundational piece to scale your business up for a number of reasons, but I'm going to share one. And that is that you want to have the best employees, right? Well, the best employees, the best people you could bring onto your team are those people who have goals and ambitions and desires for their lives. If they come to work for you and they find out they're stuck, then they're going to go work someplace else. So you got to have a clear vision of where you're going to go, how you're going to get there, and the core values if you're going to retain the top help. The next step is to understand your financials. You have a profit and loss statement, income statement, whatever you want to call it. You have your balance sheet. You have your statement of cash flows. You need to understand what they're telling you about the success, strengths, weaknesses of your company. And you need to understand what they're telling you, not from an accountant standpoint. Listen, accountants are historians, meaning they take that data historically, make sure that you don't pay any more taxes than you need to pay. You're an entrepreneur. You need to understand what these statements are telling you about the financial health and well-being of your company. The next step is to delegate, to alleviate the stress and the time that it's taking for you to get to where you want to be. There is a big difference between delegation and abdication. So I'm not going to get into all of the details of what it is today, other than to say that if you download this free asset called 10 Steps to Scale Up Your Business Without Burning Out, it gives you much more detail in how you'd go about it. And again, it's free, so just download it, for crying out loud. The very worst thing it could be is take 10 minutes of your time to read. Now, the very best that it could do is launch you into the right direction in the right place to scale your business up so you make more money and work a whole lot less, have a lot less fun, have a lot more fun and a way less stress. Okay, next one is systemize the processes. Here's the thing. What keeps so many businesses from scaling up is they don't have any systems. And so the business owner, you, are stuck having to tell everybody what to do every minute of the day. So you don't get anything done because you're always telling everybody what to do. So systemize the processes, make them duplicatable, make them repeatable, make them easy, so that the people can implement the systems with ease. And when you do that, your whole life is going to change. Prioritize for profitability. Listen, revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. Don't think, oh, I want to get to 1 million and you make $50,000 in profit. Maybe you're at 500,000, you made $50,000 in profit. Don't go, I want to get to 1 million. Say, you know what I want to do is get to 500,000 and make $75,000 profit. And then I want to grow to 1 million and I want to make $125,000 in profit. Your company should profit somewhere between 10 and 15%. Now I say that because we talk about averages, right? And so if you look at your industry and you look at what's the average net profit in companies in your industry, and it says, let's say for argument, it says it's 10%. That means that somebody's doing 15, maybe as much as 20, because somebody's doing nothing and they're sucking it down. So prioritize for profits, not revenue. Now, engage and retain top talent. Here's the thing. You want to get the best people. So stop using the same ads that everybody else is using to attract the same people. You have to write better ads. Now, it's more to that than that, because first of all, you attract those good people. Now you got to get them to work for you. You got to onboard them. So there's a whole bunch of steps to engage and retain top talent. But it starts with your hiring process, and then you have to continually train these people for as long as they work for you, and remind them and yourself of the vision, mission, and core values, and that we're all in this together. Number 7 is to optimize your time. If you haven't heard of the 80-20 rule, now's as good a time to learn it as ever. 20% of what you do gives you 80% of your results. And I say this kind of jokingly in that, if you go to a barbecue or a picnic, 20% of the people are going to eat 80% of the food. If you go to a party, 20% of the people are going to drink 80% of the alcohol, and it won't take long before you know who those 20% are. But the point of this is that 20% of what you do accounts for 80% of your results. So that means that 80% of what you're doing only accounts for 20. Go back to the hiring the right people, delegation, all that kind of stuff. And last but not least, around the 80-20 rule, and this would be optimizing, going back to optimizing for profit, is that 20% of the people that you deal with will give you 80% of your profits. Don't take my word for it. Go into your financial statements and figure it out for yourself. Now, streamline. Number 8, streamline your communications. You need to have every year set your goals, and then every quarter you have to have communication around what those goals are and how you're going to accomplish them. Every month, and then weekly, and then daily huddles. Streamline that communication, open up that communication, and share that with your people, and all of the other things will start to fall into place. Number 9 is measure what matters. Measure what matters. So, for instance, revenue matters, but profit matters more. So, are you measuring your profit margin percentages? Measure what matters with salespeople. What's the profit on what they sell? How much are they selling in regards to them? How much time they have in? How many meetings are they having? How many proposals have they done? What's their close ratio? What's your average dollar sale? What's your conversion rate? I think I might have already mentioned that, but what's the conversion rate? All of those things are important things that you need to measure inside your business. And number 10, last but certainly not least, is commit to continuous improvement. The Japanese have a word for this. It's called kaizen, and it basically means continuous and never-ending improvement. Commit to that in your business. Commit to always be improving. Your customers, the people you do business with, will expect you to get better at what you do. So, in the description, I put a link. You can download the 10 steps to scale up your business without burning out. As I said, it's got more information in it that will help you figure out what it is that you need to do and start to strategize about how you're going to put it into place. Okay, so again, it's your Scale Up Biz Coach, Laurie McNaughton, coming to you with another video that's going to help you grow a prosperous, successful business that doesn't need you to be there all the time in order for that to happen. Thank you for your time. I look forward to the opportunity one day of being of service to you. Take care.